I really don't think I'm that influenced, or at least very easily influenced when it comes to my manga pickups, but I feel like this video definitely says something otherwise. Hello friends, happy Wednesday. So very excited that you're here. It is going to be a super fun week for Top 5 Wednesday. I feel like every week is very fun, but I'm really excited because I'm going to be featuring some manga tubers in the community that definitely have influenced me. But let me pause in case if you're not familiar with Top 5 Wednesday. In a nutshell, basically each week I answer a prompt using 5 books, but in this case I do manga to reflect the said prompt. And today's prompt is favorite book or series that you share with someone, and then you tag that person. Really, today's Top 5 Wednesday video is centering around tagging other creators in the community. Great, it doesn't have to be MangaTube creators. I just went with that because I thought it'd be more fun, because I'm gonna leave all of their links to their channel or to the video that I'm mentioning later on in this video, because I want you guys to be able to check them out, because I definitely feel like I am also influenced by a lot of manga tubers. Most of these, well, some of these, at least half of them have been where I was influenced by other people to pick up these series, and that's all I'll say because I don't want to give spoilers of what's to come. So with that said, let's go ahead and kick off because I am so excited. I definitely struggled, as I usually do, with this video just because there are so many manga tubers who have influenced me, so many manga tubers that they shared about it, and I was like, oh my goodness, I'm gonna check it out, and it became one of my favorite series. Definitely have deep fondness for all of these, and so there were so many more people I could have featured. So if you're like, Laura, you didn't mention me, please don't take it personally. I definitely had like 10 people on my list, but for number 1, I had to feature this one. It was one of the first ones that came to mind, and that is, hi, I'm a witch and my crush wants me to make a love potion. And I am just shouting out to Marg and Marg Reads Manga. I think it was at her last live stream, at least that I went to. I think she was doing a manga shopping video, or she was talking about digital manga, one of those, and she mentioned this and we were gushing about how wonderful this is. Granted, I wasn't on the live stream. I was gushing in the comments. She was gushing on the video, and it was just so exciting to see so much love for this series. Volume 1 was really good. Volume 2 was amazing. Definitely one of my favorite reads of this year so far. Could not stop thinking about this and love the direction that our main couple, well, they're not a couple, but our main leads are going, hoping that they're going to be a couple. There was just so many good moments in this, and so I really love seeing Marg gush about it. I felt like it just pumped up my own love for this series. For number 2, very excited to feature this one, even though I feel a little bit bad, but I am saying A Condition Called Love, and I am doing a shout out to Colleen at Colleen's Manga Rex. I believe I said that right. She has a video on this, and I've actually never seen it, and I realized it when I finished volume 4 and I was planning for this video. I was like, you know, now that I've read A Condition Called Love, I need to go read it, because she is the person who put this series on my radar. I think that's actually when I first discovered Colleen's videos at that time. I was afraid to watch this video then because I'm like, oh, what if it has like huge spoilers? And I will just say right now, because that was my worry for a long time, she does not have huge spoilers in her videos, guys. She will give you a spoiler warning if she has one, so definitely never worry about that. But she said something on Twitter. I have no idea what it was, but I remember feeling very vividly that I was like, I'm going to read this manga when it's physically released just so I can know what she's saying, because I think she was saying something along the lines that this is a really unique and standout shoujo because it does not hit those typical I should say, shoujo beats. And I was like, okay, you've got my attention, and she did. I checked it out. I absolutely love this series. I'm so glad that she put it on my radar. I'm so glad that I read it, and again, I need to go check out that video because her analysis videos and how she deep dives into manga and magazines blows my mind. She does so much research and they're so well thought out, so I would definitely recommend checking out any of her videos, but I really need to go check out this one because I love this. And I will just say, I read volume 4 this past weekend. If you have ever thought, because of volume 1, that our main lead here, our male lead here, that he is a red flag, he is not. You get answers. I've never felt he was a red flag kind of hero, but I do feel like a lot of people probably feel that way. But this volume is everything. It gives answers, and I'm just like, that was the one thing I shouted, not at anybody, and I even asked for forgiveness, but I shouted in my review on Goodreads that I'm like, he's not a red flag. I was like, I knew that he wasn't, but this volume confirms it. Anyway, had to get that off my chest because this volume was fantastic. I feel like every volume just keeps getting better and better in this series, and I'm just so deeply thankful that Colleen did the video review that she did and put it on my radar, because I don't think I would have checked it out before. Like, I had heard people saying, yeah, it's really good and you need to read it, but it didn't have the same hype that I've seen like other series. Nothing's coming to mind, but I just felt in general it just didn't have the same hype. Or maybe I wasn't seeing the hype as much, because that is when I started getting it, or started being part of the shoujo community and like actually engaging and not just reading shoujo but not really knowing what to do, that I'm like reading and enjoying shoujo. Very excited for more volumes of this. It is definitely one of my favorite series this year. Every time it comes in the mail, I'm already like eagerly looking forward and anticipating, when can I read this? Can I read this right now? Because it's just that good. For number 3, this manga tuber put this manga on my radar. I feel like she is the hype queen for this, and that is Queen's Quality. And I am spotlighting Christy Lou. I feel like there's definitely other friends that I know, like Colleen and Shae at Shae Geeks Out. They love this series too, but I feel like Christy Lou, like her love for these characters really stands out to me. Of when I would be scrolling on Twitter, see a tweet about them, and I'm like, this is Christy Lou talking about it. And sure enough, it was Christy Lou. There have been numerous videos that she has talked about this series that have really made me want to check it out. So very glad I did. I had a very emotional review a few weeks ago about how this series impacted me, and I'm just so thankful that Christy Lou shouted out her love for this series, because she is definitely why this series has been on my radar and something I have been very curious about for a long time now. And I'm so glad that I can actually celebrate with her and knowing, yes, this series deserves all the love and all the hype. I feel like with all of the shoujo animes that we're getting recently, a lot of us have said, when is it going to be Queen's Quality's turn? It has everything, and it would be a phenomenal, amazing anime that would just, I feel like, blow my mind. Like, not in a bad way, but like, I feel like it could be such a well done series portrayed on screen. But I love this series so much. Cannot wait for the next volume. I hope that it doesn't like emotionally wreck me like the later volumes did, especially the last volume, volume 17. I was a hot mess, but it was very much worth it. Cannot wait to read more. If you're ever curious about like some of the merch for this series, go check out Christy Lou's videos. I don't have one that's like specifically coming to mind. I know she did a live stream at one point that I attended, and she talked quite a bit about the merch that she has. She also gets some of the magazines that I don't know which magazine that this series is in, but she's talked about some of the magazines and the exclusive merch that comes with it. And she has like all of these super cute stuff. Like, it makes me want more merch of them, to be honest, because I don't have, no, I have one. I take that back. I have one. I do have a poster. I had to think about that, a mini poster of Fumi and Kyutaro. I also have the fan book that is coming at some point, because I'm like, I need more things of them. For number 4, this is a manhwa, and I love this manhwa, and recently my friend did a video review on it, and I'm just like, yes, yes, and yes. So for number 4, I am saying What's Wrong with Secretary Kim, and shout out to Carrie at Nerdy Girl Creates. She did a video review of Secretary Kim as well as the business proposal. I can't say anything, I just realized, because I would say spoilers, but let's just say Secretary Kim got some major love in that video, and it made my heart so happy because I love this series. I have not read volume 2 yet, though granted, I did read the whole series digitally last year, and I knew that when, who is it, Yen Press? Yeah, when Yen Press licensed this physically, I knew that I was going to collect all of it because I just love it so much. I love their romance, I love the chemistry, I love the story, I love like the mystery that is woven out throughout the series. It is phenomenal. And so I knew when this latest volume came in the mail, and I thought of Carrie's video, I was like, Carrie has to be featured or mentioned in this video, because yes, this manhwa is phenomenal. Very excited to see so much love in that video that she had for this series, that she's watched the K-drama, that she enjoyed the first volume of the manhwa, because I'm like, I need more people to love this series, because I feel like it's sort of underrated, because a lot of people really like A Business Proposal. No spoilers about her thoughts on that one, but again, I was just so excited that she talked about this one and gushed about her love for it. Like, yes, 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 yes. For number 5, this is my only shonen title, and that is Miss Miazin Would Love to Get Closer to You. I still have not read this volume officially. When it first came in the mail, literally I opened the box, I was sitting on the floor, I was like, I'm not gonna read it yet. Yet I started skimming through it and just was reading it, and I read like almost the entire thing, but really fast. And I'm like, Laura, you just need to sit down formally on your couch and read it in a relaxing atmosphere and not just on the floor by your box with your kids running all over the place. I still have not been back. I was going to do a video review of this Friday, but I have a special kind of video coming this Friday instead. So really look forward to that. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm definitely still planning to do a review on this series at some point. But anyway, the person who put this manga on my radar is Shae at Shae Geeks Out, and I'm so excited because there have been tons of manga that she has put on my radar. Originally, I was gonna do Sacrificial Princess and the King of Beasts, but I know I just mentioned that last week, and so I'm like, well, I really don't want to talk about it again. I mean, honestly, I did want to talk about it again, but I was like, surely I could think of another series. Haikyuu came to mind as well, and I was like, there's so much I could say about Haikyuu, but then I thought of Miss Me Awesome because I had it on my shelf to reread again, and I was like, yes, because I would have never heard about this series, picked it up if it had not been for Shae, honestly. I don't remember what video it was, but she talked about it, and I could see the love and excitement on her face when she was sharing, and I was like, I am getting this ASAP. This is definitely one of the few titles I have in my collection where I went to Amazon and I was like, I don't care, I'm paying full price. I'm like, I am getting this today, and that is that. Granted, with the rest of the series, I didn't pay full price, but if you need a shonen rom-com that is overwhelmingly sweet and so precious, so adorable and so cute, you must check out Miss Me Awesome. Would love to get closer to you. I cannot recommend this series enough. It is so sweet, extremely fluffy. The romance is everything, and I'm just like, oh my goodness, I need to read volume 4 ASAP. I actually put it out by my computer desk so I would not forget. A review's gonna come eventually. Just thank you, Shae, so much, because this is one of my favorite series as well as my husband's. We both read it sort of at the same time, and then we sort of competed for who was gonna read it first, because that is just how much we love this series. For my honorable mention, I wanted to change it up. I actually want to do one that I had influenced somebody else to read, and that is I Swear I Won't Bother You Again. Emily at Meet the Wee Family has mentioned, I know for certain in her Instagram post, I think they did do in one of their like manga hauls, she said she was influenced by me to pick this up and loves the series as well, and I'm so glad because this series is amazing. This is another series I need to read volume 3 because we're actually officially getting volume 4 this year. I think it's like very soon, like next month kind of soon, which is really exciting. I was afraid to have like a super long wait. Thankfully it doesn't. This series is so amazing. I do have a manga first impression on this channel if you like to check it out, but I was excited that I was able to recommend something that somebody else loved and that Emily has really enjoyed it because it's just so amazing. In fact, I just recently got a recommendation for the light novels. I don't remember which video it was, but I do want to check them out. It does sound a little bit different than what is in the manga, definitely more intense. I need to see if my library has it. I am very curious because I've really enjoyed this manga. I think I've read this first volume 2 times because Violetta, she is just an amazing character. I just have to laugh that things never ever go as planned in these like reincarnation, time travel kind of stories. Just, yeah, things never unfold as they should, and that's probably why maybe that Emily enjoyed it as well, because it's not your typical villainous isekai. Violet is sort of like the villainous, but she's not at the same time. It's definitely more time travel, which I feel like is sort of lacking, but I'm glad that we're getting more of that because Ise Press has one that's coming out. It's something with the time glass. Very gorgeous cover. We'll show it here. I've been really curious about that one as well. But yeah, I just wanted to feature a manga that I had influenced somebody else to read based off of a recommendation because I just find that so exciting. And those, my friends, are some of my favorite series that manga tubers have introduced me to or fangirled with me or that I introduced somebody else where we just absolutely love it. Makes me so incredibly happy. Again, all their links are down below if you'd like to check them out. I would love to hear from you, friends. Are there manga titles that I've recommended to you that you're like, oh my goodness, I love this series now? Thank you so much. I would love to hear from you. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And thank you so much for watching. Bye!